Okay, so today in Faith's Oven, we're going to do a meatball sandwich. So we're gonna make our own meatballs and we're gonna do the marinara sauce. And I love a good meatball sandwich. And I've gone to several shops, but for some reason, I don't like my food to taste old. Sometimes, or overcooked. And sometimes when I get the meatball sandwich, it's like a little overcooked. And I got onto the meatball sandwich because of my husband. Because just by chance, I would never order a meatball sandwich. So I figured out how to make it, and this is a homemade meatball sandwich with the marinara sauce. Pretty simple, pretty easy, you'll love it. And remember too, I'm using beef for this recipe. You can use ground chicken or you can use ground turkey. You do not have to use beef if you don't eat beef, okay? But I'm just being me. And sometimes things like taste a little bit better depending on what the recipe is with just beef. So that's what I'm gonna use this go round. It comes out absolutely fabulous, and remember to always use fresh ingredients. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is Faith's Oven meatball sandwich. It's like a sub style. Let's go. Okay, so here are the ingredients for meatballs and meatball sauce. So today we're going to use ground beef, green bell pepper, purple onion, and I'm going to use garlic chicken broth. I usually use beef or whatever I have, and this is what I have today. Pink Himalaya salt, parsley, and then this is an Italian mix of seasonings that I really like on my meatballs. Black pepper and the breadcrumbs. And then these are the bread rolls that we're gonna use. And then for the sauce, we're gonna do garlic, fresh parsley, yellow onion, and these crushed tomatoes. And they have like a hint of basil in them. And then for the topping, we're gonna do Parmesan cheese. So this is for meatball sandwiches. My family does not like spaghetti. The boys do, but me and Isaac really don't like meatball sandwich. Spaghetti and meatballs, so we just do meatball sandwiches. Okay, so while I'm seasoning the meatballs, I'm gonna pour the broth. This is, I believe what, 32 ounces of broth into the pot. And I'm gonna bring it to a slight boil. And that's how I'm gonna cook my meatballs. I don't fry them or cook them in the oven. I haven't tried that version. This way it's much easier for me, especially when you're dealing with kids and your family and everything. So this is it. So I cut up about, this is how much bell pepper I have left. So I cut up about maybe a little bit less than half the bell pepper. And this is about 1/4 of an onion. I'm just gonna add it to my meat and stir it in. And I like the flavor that the bell pepper and the purple onion give. I don't know if you guys want to use another kind of onion, but this is what I like. So, and I just throw it all in here and I mix it together, and then I add my seasoning after that. Okay? Okay, so this is me mixing everything together. And I changed my mind about the salt. I'm just going to use some good old regular sea salt. Okay? And I'm going to add about half a teaspoon. If I can fit it in there, but I'm just gonna put all my ingredients in this little cup right here. Okay, yeah, we'll do it that way. So I added all my seasonings in one, it's like a 1/4 cup. And so with the Italian Perfect Pinch, I just added a tablespoon of this, and it has like everything in it. It has thyme, it has oregano, it has sage, it has rosemary and basil and all that good stuff. And then parsley, I added 1 tablespoon of that, and then the salt, I added 2 teaspoons. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add it, and then I'm gonna stir. Oops, I'm making a mess. And then I'm gonna add more seasoning and stir, and then I'm gonna add the breadcrumbs. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of these breadcrumbs. Now these breadcrumbs are the Italian style breadcrumbs, and they have, you know, they got like the little Italian stuff. So I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of that. And of course I'm going to add some, stir, add some, stir, add some, stir. Okay? And that's that. So I have a tablespoon, and I'm just taking about a tablespoon of the meat and everything, rolling, setting it down. About a tablespoon. Roll. And setting it down. And everything is sticking together. I didn't even use egg, but everything is sticking together pretty well. Okay, so it's pretty much ready. It was boiling. I had turned the fire down a little bit. But I got 22 meatballs from 1.34 pounds of meatballs. And this is what I do. I just add them all. So, as you can see, they're cooking already. And I turned the fire back up. And I'll show you how much they're cooking. I can find my sauce. Good. So, see? You can see that they're cooking already. They're already turning color. So, you know, it was originally pink. Now it's turning. So, I let it cook for a little bit. And as you see, the broth rose as we're cooking it. I'm just going to cover it again. And now I'm going to begin the sauce. Okay, so that was about 7 minutes and they are already done. I cut one in half. And as you can see, yep, fully done. Already. All done. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to take them out. So I'm going to take them out and put them to the side while I do the sauce. They cook so fast, I should have been doing the sauce, but I was trying to video at the same time. So, I'm just going to take them out. Okay. Wonderful. So I'm getting ready to do the sauce, and here's my onions, yellow. And if you a real Compton City G, this how you cut your onions, with your blue blockers. Your ski goggles on, what? So now I'm getting ready to mince my garlic in my mincer, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is part of one. 4 cloves of garlic, and I guess it depends on the size of your garlic cloves of how many you're going to use. So these are pretty large, so I only have 4. I cut up all my onions, and we are getting ready to put it together. Okay, now for the sauce. It's actually quite simple. So I got some olive oil. I always forget to tell you guys about olive oil. So I'm gonna do a tablespoon of olive oil. And I'm going to put that in the pan. And I'm gonna let the garlic kind of sizzle in it. So I'm gonna warm the oil up just a little bit and we'll go from there. Okay, I know the oil is hot enough, so we're gonna go ahead and add our garlic. You don't want to burn it, so I'm gonna turn the fire down. Oops. And in the meantime, while this is cooking, the garlic, I'm gonna add a cup of the yellow onions. I guess I need more oil. I thought it would be just a tablespoon, but I'm gonna add another tablespoon. So we're gonna let these cook down until they're pretty much translucent. And I'm gonna add another tablespoon of oil. Okay, they're looking pretty translucent. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our crushed tomatoes. I'm gonna stir everything together. I'm gonna add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to add some fresh parsley to it. And that is about it, y'all. And then we can add the meatballs to it. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt. 1.5 teaspoons. And this is kosher salt that I'm using. So that's that. You guys, it smells so good. We're gonna go ahead and add the parsley, fresh parsley to it. Get a little bit more flavor. Because I am a thyme girl, I love thyme in Italian food, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add about 1/8 teaspoon of thyme. And now I'm going to add the meatballs back to the sauce. we'll just stir them in and let them marinate in there for a little bit. And then all these flavors from the meatball and the sauce and everything together, it's going to give it nice flavor. Alright. So these are the meatballs and the marinara sauce that we did all ourselves. Remember too, with meatballs, you do not have to use beef. You can always use ground chicken, ground turkey, any of that good stuff. But today I just chose to use beef. If you don't eat beef, don't say, oh, I can't have that. No, you can do ground. I usually do ground chicken or ground turkey, but today I just chose to use ground beef. Let's go. Okay, so here's my roll. I cut it open, and I'm gonna butter the skillet so that I can get some butter on this bread. Oh yeah, little girl. So here we go. I love butter on my bread. I don't know how you guys are about that, but that's just me. I think that's one thing. Butter is just wonderful. So I'm just gonna grate a little bit of cheese. And this is gonna go on our sandwich. It's gonna give it so much wonderful flavor. Let's see, there you go. Okay, so there are the meatballs. Here's my bread. Now I'm just gonna add the meatballs with cheese, and we'll go from there. So I guess all you need really is like 3 meatballs. I always end up kind of cutting them in half, just so that you ain't getting like these big old gigantic mouthfuls. Okay, now here's the finished product meatball sandwich. Now, if you want to put your meatball sandwich in the oven to melt the cheese, you can do that. I like my meatball sandwich with my Parmesan cheese just like this. I don't like it all melted and stuff. It don't taste right to me. So that's up to you. But this is the finished product. Yummy to my tummy. All right.